Today is December 22nd, 2022. My name is Charles Suter, and today I'm presenting the topic, How to Become 10% Happier. It's based upon a book written by Dan Harris called 10% Happier. My main message, mindful meditation can make you happier. And who wouldn't want to become 10% happier? According to Dan Harris, meditating made him happier. However, from my own perspective, people might just as easily become happier with a new approach to life, one closer to the Buddhist philosophy, wherein one trains himself to become more accepting, less resisting, and less attached to external events. Most people don't know the contents of their mind very well. Their thoughts are just taken for granted. People identify with their thoughts, even the erroneous ones that are not useful. Meditation is an opportunity to gain mastery over your mind by applying the higher powers of awareness, which is the mental capacity for increasing a person's mindfulness. Your life is based on how well you deal with the thoughts emanating from your mind. Meditation is an opportunity to become aware of those thoughts and to take control over those that are serving no useful purpose. Meditation begins by sitting in a comfortable position and focusing awareness just on your breathing. Eventually, thoughts will pop into your awareness, which you will note and then set aside as you return your concentration back to your breathing. Just remain mindful of the thoughts emerging in your mind without allowing yourself to get carried away by them. Once your thoughts come into focus, take note and then set them aside. Allow your focus to shift to whatever is the most prominent thing in your field of consciousness. As you get better with mindful meditation, your number of thoughts per minute will rise as you learn to note and dismiss them faster. Proposition 1. Mindful meditation is nothing more than controlled awareness. Become aware, observe, and accept the present moment. That's all you have to do. Just ask if the emerging thought is useful and if any immediate action is required. Recognize that every moment is an opportunity for you to take an action and a chance to do life over. Whether meditating or not, greater mindfulness leads to more effective living with less emotional suffering. You can train yourself to become more mindful of your thoughts without the compelling urge to act on them immediately, unless, of course, you're in imminent danger. Awareness gives you the power to pause and rework your thoughts to achieve a workable balance between the competing urges to act and not to act. Just remind yourself, stress-provoking thoughts are just passing states of mind. You do not have to act on them. Some thoughts are useful and some are not. Always be asking and challenging your thoughts. Is it important? Is it useful? Proposition 2. Thinking must be coupled with action to yield positive results. Observe your thoughts and acknowledge that they're just thoughts, especially the negative ones. Take spontaneous right action based upon what's important if it's the right thing to do. Otherwise, focus your attention to control the inputs. If you're going to take an action, focus on your inputs and not necessarily the outcomes you desire. Seeing a problem clearly does not obligate you to act on your thoughts, but a chance to think them through and choose useful actions rather than to react impulsively. So as a rule, act rather than react. When you act, concentrate on your inputs and remain unattached to those outputs you don't control. Make your intentions known to the outer world and act on them. The outcomes will take care of themselves, or they'll lead to new insights for new actions. Proposition 3. Accept the fact that life and the outer world are constantly changing. Don't try to cling to material things in the outer world that don't last. Build your kingdom around your inner world that is more lasting. You can't always control your outcomes, but you can control your inputs. Do your best, but don't become attached to any result or outcome that you can't fully control with your inputs. For example, you cannot control other people, you cannot control Mother Nature, and you cannot control logical consequences. However, you can control your inner world, and also some small portions of your inner world. You can choose to work to change your outer world, but don't become attached to outcomes you don't fully control to avoid becoming emotionally upset if you fail. Now, my final message: regular meditation can help make you a better person. Always know what outcomes matter most and choose to work on the inputs that would logically lead to those desired outcomes without becoming attached to those outcomes. Now, here's something I especially want you to remember. There's nothing to be gained by being unhappy about the things you cannot change. No point in being both unsuccessful and unhappy at the same time. And there's no point in being unhappy about things that you can change. If you do have the power to change something that's important, then just do it. Thus, there is no reason to be unhappy at all. You can either do something that will make you happy or you can't. So don't become attached to any outcome you don't have the power to create. Focus mostly on those situations you can control that will make you happy. If you apply this rule often, you can become 10% happier, or even more so. Meditation might or might not be necessary for you to gain greater happiness. Or it may just simply be that you need to manage your thoughts with greater awareness. Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.